Jensen, and welcome to my channel. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and may fall again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. Teddy Roosevelt. Well, hello, my little cool cats and kittens. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. It's good to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is January 23rd, 2023, 6:13 p.m. Good to see everyone. Just a girl. Don't tell the whole world yet. How about that? I'm bringing the news. You don't tell everyone. No, just kidding. How's everyone? Check my email. Says 7,343 people. How's everyone doing? Just in time for dinner. Yay! I love some dinner. So we got a few things to talk about. I don't know about you, but I am we've literally been on the Idaho case for nearly 2 months. And I just feel like it's okay, just a girl. I'm just picking on you. And I feel like it's a bit of an overload right now. There's really not any information coming out that we're that's anything new, to be quite honest with you. Um, so I'm trying to, do some different stories. Um, you know what I mean? And guys, while y'all are filing in here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate it if you would. Yeah. So first, we're gonna talk about something more fun. I mean, I guess more fun than what we normally talk about. I guess you could say. Carole Baskin, dead husband, breaks silence on claim he is alive and well. Now, before of those of you that know what is going on, just just follow me. Follow me. Just follow me before you say, "All right now." Okay. So, this is Lisa Marie Presley. God rest her soul. That's not what we're talking about. Um, and also, guys, at the end of the show today, we are going to vote, and it's going to be, it's going, I'm going to, I'll just tell you at the very end. I'll tell you at the very end about something. We'll just do it like that. Okay? Okay. Let's get started. Meow, it says. The claws are coming out in the decade-long feud between Tiger King, which I have been compared to on some hater channels when I wear my leopard, my cheetah, from what I understand. Sent me a picture of it. I kind of liked it though, to be quite honest with you. Um, Sorry, side note. Uh, between Carole Baskin and the daughters of her dead husband, Don Lewis. In a statement provided to the Post on Friday, Don Lewis's offspring, Donna, Linda, Gail, they are clapping back at Carole Baskin's stunning claim that he has been found, quote, alive and well in Costa Rica, right? It's simply not true, the daughters declared, before accusing Baskin of manipulating a letter seen in Netflix Tiger King 2 in order to create a different narrative about Dawn's disappearance. Lewis, who married Big Cat Rescue boss Carole Baskin back in 1991, vanished without a trace in August of 1997 and was declared legally dead by 2002. Carole Baskin, she's 61 years old, and has vehemently denied any involvement in her millionaire spouse's mysterious disappearance and has blasted rumors she put his body through a meat grinder and fed it to the tigers at her animal ranch in Tampa, Florida. A lot of people has questioned her. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say. In a video interview with the Post Wednesday night, Lewis family spokesperson Jack Smith also blasted Carole Baskin. He said her, quote, alive and well claim reeks of desperation and is a blatant bid to deflect speculation that she may know crucial details about Dawn's disappearance. Quote, I think she's just trying to do anything she can to clear her name, Smith said, adding that the Lewis's 3 children have been upset with her assertions. Now, Don Lewis's kids have long loathed Carole Baskin, but have stopped short of saying she was involved in their wealthy dad's vanishing. Here is Carole Baskin and Don Lewis, and also we have uh, a little tiger. Now, this is the Lewis family here, by the way. And you can go to, they have literally a tip line that you can call to, Justice for Don Lewis. This has, they've really done a lot to try to get any information on where their father's whereabouts could be. You just don't disappear one day. That's all I'm going to say about that. You just don't disappear. Now, earlier this week, Baskin was thrust back into headlines after resurfaced footage from a November 2021 interview with Britain's This Morning talk show went viral, showing the animal rights activist saying that Lewis had been found alive. Baskin stated, quote, one of the really exciting things that came out in Tiger King 2 is that they produced a letter from Homeland Security, and it says that a special agent in charge with the FBI, Homeland Security, reached out to the sheriff detective George Fernandez. This had to have happened after 2002 because Homeland Security wasn't even around till 2002 because Lewis was declared dead. She continued, they said, my husband, Don Lewis, is alive and well in Costa Rica. And yet all this drama has been made about me having something to do with his disappearance when Homeland Security knows where he is, Baskin says. Baskin told the Post she was aware of the alleged revelation until the sequel series, was unaware of the alleged revelation until the sequel series uh, in November of 2021. Quote, I was not aware of it until Tiger King 2 aired, Baskin told the Post via email on Wednesday. Now, meanwhile, the Post on the ground efforts to locate Don Lewis or anyone who knows his potential whereabouts is in Costa Rica thus far has been unsuccessful. And this is the actual letter that they are saying is from Homeland Security. While a letter from the Department of Homeland Security is seen in Tiger King 2, Lewis' daughter say it does not say their dad is, quote, alive and well. And this is the infamous, very much infamous picture of Carole Baskin, right? Oh my God. So while a letter from the Homeland Security, okay, I already read that part. They say a separate letter penned in 1997 appears in the program, but does not provide definitive evidence that Lewis is living. In the past few days, we've learned of recent news articles being published claiming that our dad, Jack Donald Lewis, has been found alive and well in Costa Rica. The daughters wrote in a full statement provided to the Post. While we would certainly welcome the good news of our dad being found alive and well, it is simply not true. In late 1997, we were notified by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department that a report existed that U.S. Customs stating that our dad had been seen in Costa Rica. This report prompted Donna, the oldest daughter of Don Lewis, and her husband Tim to travel to Costa Rica in November of 1997 to look for Don Lewis. This was the same report that was shown in Tiger King 2 that is now being used to fill a different narrative as to what happened to her father. So what they're saying is, yeah, someone's saying that they thought they kind of saw Don Lewis, way back, in the 90s. But, that's just a report saying, "Oh my God, I think I might have seen a man that looks similar to Don Lewis." But in my opinion, it is for only two reasons. Only two reasons this is happening. One, it is either because she needs a narrative to get the eyes. She thought the eyes might look off of her a little bit more because I'm sure that they are still investigating this. Not saying she's involved, but I'm just saying that, you know, uh, they're still investigating this, right? And we don't know. Or 50. Or I'm saying that she needs a sequel and a storyline, which I mean, hell, girl needs a storyline, girl needs a storyline. But it is kind of what it is. But, I mean, it's really sad, I personally, I don't think Don Lewis would ever, and I mean, I don't know the man, I don't know anything about him, but I don't see. Yes, T-Ray, we know it's been debunked. We're getting to that. Give me a minute, please. Um, so Thank you for that information, though. But what was I even saying? I don't remember what I was saying. So we got that. Now let's show some video. I had to.
You may have seen Tiger King and Tampa's own Carole Baskin trending online lately.
Why is it not going bigger?
Once you see it.
Why is it not going bigger?
You may have seen Tiger King and Tampa's own Carole Baskin trending online lately.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? Her claims about her missing ex-husband being alive in Costa Rica are making the rounds on social media right now, but Josh Sidorowitz verifies Don Lewis is still considered missing.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
This claim by Carole Baskin that he's alive and well in Costa Rica recently resurfaced from a 2021 interview. Back then, 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Glasser spoke with the lead detective on the case at HCSO, who said they have checked flight records, passport entries, even worked with forensic experts at USF to produce age progression photos after reopening the case in 2020.
There's not a week that goes by that we don't have our hands into this case file.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office tells Verify it has not received any communication from federal partners that confirms the location of Don Lewis. Verify also reached out to the U.S. State Department, which keeps track of U.S. citizens who are missing abroad. Our team was told that reports of Lewis being found in Costa Rica are unconfirmed.
All right, well, Lewis is still legally declared dead. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says the investigation remains a top priority for the department. Our Verify team also reached out to authorities in Costa Rica, but has not heard back. As I said before, I smell a Netflix series coming.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So there we have that. Now, if you see that it's always backwards, I have to do that because YouTube does not like us. Little channels, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I don't think at any rate that Don Lewis is alive whatsoever. I think, like I said, I think it's for two reasons. It's either for a special to get her name out in the public again, or to get her name away from Don Lewis. You know what I mean? But you know, you know, I'm not saying that she's responsible by any means or anything, but I think they should have checked the kitty litter in 92 or 91. That's all I'm going to say, in my opinion, allegedly. All right, let's continue. Now, listen to this, guys. Listen to this. So, as you know, yesterday we were talking about. No, we were watching not the hostage, the guy in the van where he, himself, right? Conspiracy, our sheriff gives huge donations to her organization. Really? Really, Gator Hater? It's interesting. I did not know that. The more you know, NBC. So the guy that was in the van who offed himself, who, did the 10 in, right? There could have been way more deceased if it wasn't for a guy. And we're going to look at an interview that he did here in a moment. But first, I want to tell you about him. His name is Brandon Tishay, I think it's how you pronounce it, is being credited of preventing further violence by subduing the gunman before he could kill more people. And I'm going to shut this phone up. So this is Brandon. We're going to see an interview on him in just a little bit. And I don't know if anyone notices this. I'm just weird, probably. But is that a dog bone right there that's like a pillow? Or is that a cushion? Brandon is a hero. Yes, he is a hero. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just asking, is that a dog bone or is it just a cushion laying the wrong way? Is it a cushion dog bone? Could it be both? Right there. I don't know. Okay. So this was obvious in California. Saturday night was winding down at the Lele Ballroom. Is that how you pronounce it? How do you pronounce that?
Lili Ball.
Yeah, Lili Ballroom and Studio. With less than a half an hour to go until closing, there were 3 people left on the spacious dance floor. Brandon Tichet, the third generation operator of the family run dance hall, was in the office of the lobby watching the ballroom when he heard the front door swing closed and a strange clang that sounded like metallic objects hitting one another. He turned around to see a semi automatic pistol pointed at him. He was looking at me, looking around, not hiding that he was trying to do harm. His eyes were menacing, recalled Mr. Touche, 26 years old, at his family's San Marino home Sunday, less than 24 hours after he stared down a gunman who, unbeknown to him, he had opened fire and another nearby ballroom 10 people and injuring several others in one of California's worst mass shootings. Another 20 minutes later, after the massacre, the gunman, who authorities identified as, I think it's Hu Can Tran, 72 years old, arrived at Lai just about 2 miles to the north, officials said. Mr. Touche struggled with the gunman and eventually disarmed him, saving countless lives and averting another tragedy. It was an act that officials roundly praised as heroic. Mr. Tran was found dead Sunday afternoon of an self-inflicting in the van about 30 miles away, according to law enforcement. Mr. Touche said the weapon of the was carrying signaled he intended to inflict maximum damage. How it was built and customized, I knew it wasn't for robbing money, Mr. Touche said of the weapon. From his body language, his facial expressions, his eyes, he was looking for people. I don't know what that was. I think Revenge just came a member. Girl, I messaged you earlier. I said, where's my little Aussie at? I'm kidding. I didn't know where she was. I love all my children's in here. I love all you guys. I love all you guys. Sorry. Just had an emotional moment. But Touche and his family, who reviewed the security camera footage from the lobby of the ballroom, said it was he alone who fought the gunman over control of the weapons and wrestled it from him. The door of the ballroom were closed and no one else was involved, they said. His older sister, Brenda, who currently runs the business, said the video showed a prolonged, fierce struggle between the two men all over the lobby. He kept coming at me. He really wanted the gun back, he said. She said, the younger Mr. Touche, a computer coder who mans the ticket office a few days a week at the ballroom, started by his grandparents said it was around 10:35 Saturday that he turned to face the gunman who didn't recognize, or who he didn't recognize. He was never seen a real gun before, but he could tell that it was a deadly weapon, he said. So this kid has never even became a or never never even became a member. I'm still looking at the member thing, sorry, on my screen. Never even seen a gun. Never seen a real gun in his life. You can say firearm. Oh, really? You can say that now? Firearm? Okay. Thank God. That's good at least. Just the girls laughing at me. But if anybody wants to become a member, I need more family members. I really do. I need more family members. 3 dot, it was failed. I have fat fingers. You don't have fat fingers, just a girl. So let me show you this. You're gonna be okay. This guy really is a hero.
Who wrestled the gun away from the shooter at the second dance away from the shooter in Juju's piece of video.
Hold on.
Brandon, first and foremost, how are you doing this morning?
What did I do?
I'm doing well this morning. Thank you for asking.
1 second.
Well, I don't know. No one can imagine what it must have been like to confront the gunman as you did. Just can you, in your own words, just tell us what you did, how you did it, and just what was going through your mind?
This should not be happening. Yay, we got some members. Ooh, ooh. Okay, good job. Okay, perfect. Now I got it working.
The shooter at the second dance.
Oh, hold on. Let me try this.
Who wrestled the gun away from the shooter at the second dance hall. You saw in Juju's piece the video, the surveillance video of him doing that. Brandon, first and
Love
foremost,
you.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well this morning. Thank you for asking.
Well, I don't know. No one can imagine what it must have been like to confront the gunman as you did. Just can you, in your own words, just tell us what you did, how you did it, and just what was going through your mind as this was going on?
Well, it was Chinese New Year's. We were hosting a social dance party. I was in the lobby. It was late into the evening. Most of our customers already left. I wasn't paying attention to the front door. I was looking into the dance ballroom, the dance floor, and this is when I heard the sound of the front door creaking closing, and instantly followed by the sound of a metal object clinking together as if they were rubbing. That's when I turned around and saw that
Oh my
there
God.
was an Asian man holding a
That thing is not supposed to be on his face. God. Watch him cancel me again. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I did not mean to. All right, so let's hold on. I was wondering, Justin, yeah. Listen, if it can happen to anybody, it will happen to me. I promise you that. Get ready. Maybe we should just listen to the voice. How about that?
a gun.
It's a little distracting.
My first thoughts was I was going to die here. this was it.
Did you recognize him at all?
Then, no, I did not recognize him. This was somebody I have never seen before. He didn't seem like he was here
like
for
this. Hold on.
any money. He wasn't here to rob us. When he was looking around the room, it seemed like he was looking for targets, people to harm. This is when he started prepping his weapon.
Wrestling the gun away from him.
This is when he started prepping the weapon, and something came over me. I realized I needed to get the weapon away from him. I needed to take this weapon, disarm him, or else everybody would have died. When I got the courage, I lunged at him with both my hands, grabbed the weapon, and we had a struggle. We struggled into the lobby, trying to get this gun away from each other. He was hitting me across the face, bashing the back of my head. I was trying to use my elbows to separate the gun away from him, creating some distance. Finally, at one point, I was able to pull the gun away from him, shove him aside, create some distance, point the gun at him, intimidate him, shout at him and say, "Get the hell out of here. I'll shoot. Get away. Go." And at this point, I thought he would run away, but he was just standing there contemplating whether to fight or to run away. I really thought I would have to shoot him if he came at me. This is when he turned around and walked out the door, jogged back to his van. I immediately called police with the gun still in my hand.
And how are you this morning? You said that you were hit, your injuries, I mean, emotionally and physically, as much emotionally as physically. How are you dealing with this, what you went through, Brandon?
After the incident, I was shook. I was shaking all night. I couldn't believe what happened. After waking up, I noticed there was bruising all over my body. My face has a bruise across the nose, and the back of my head has some bruising. I can't believe that this could happen.
You heard the sheriff and other law officials and everyday people calling you a hero. What does that mean when you hear that,
Yes.
Brandon?
Well, a lot of people have been telling me how much courage I had to confront a situation like this. But you know what courage is? Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the ability to have adversity to fear when fearful events happen, such as this. And in crises like this, the people need courage, especially the victims, their friends, their families. My heart goes out to everybody involved, especially the people in Stardance Studio and Monterey Park. I hope they could find the courage and the strength to persevere.
That is so well said for you to feel that way, and I know it was very important for you to get that message out to those here in Monterey Park. Brandon, say thank you. Thank you for the courage that you displayed, a lesson for us all. And please, please do take care, okay?
I will.
Such an incredible guy. He really is. I was having a little technical difficulty there when it was running. When two of the videos was running, the thing moved and it saved it. So I apologize for that. But wonderful guy. And, that is a good question, Jesse Lynn. I wonder if anyone has started a GoFundMe for him. He deserves the world, this kid. He is a brave young man. That guy planned a armed robbery, we'll just say that, and started and started to the place down the street. Yeah. I mean, this could have been, it is one of the biggest mass, you know, in California's history. So can you imagine exactly like how worse it could have been? How worse it could have been. And I hope they started a GoFundMe for him, because you are absolutely right. He deserves it. Marissa, welcome to the Justin for All family. Say hello to your brothers and sisters here. Welcome. Um, it really has, and it has became scary. And you just don't know if you, I mean, even if you go to your house of worship anymore, if you're even going to come back alive. And it's just a really, really crazy place. Revenge. I'm so glad to see you, honey. It's so wonderful to see you. So yes, thank you all for the members. I appreciate it. Now, do you guys remember the like the 4 or 5-year-old boy who his teacher down? Do you guys remember that? Just like last week, it's how quickly we forget, right? It's sad in this country how things change so quickly. 6-year-old boy, 6-year-old boy. Hold on, we got a new kid. Steph, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Justin for All family. Say hello to your brothers and sisters. Say hello to your brothers and sisters. So he wanted to do this kid, the 6-year-old. It's so weird to talk about a 6-year-old doing this kind of stuff, but he wanted to do more than to Justice League. I like that. I like that. 3 dot Justice League. We're going to kind of talk about that at the very end, about what our mascot needs to be. I'm just giving some examples. I need you guys to decide. So he wanted to do more than to just kill his teacher. He wanted to set her on fire. He literally wanted to set her on fire. Mini donkey. Why are you saying? Because I'm an ass. Is that why you're saying that? I'm an ass. So the 6-year-old who did shoot the teacher allegedly told another educator he wanted to light her on fire and watch her. Yes, watch her die. Light her on fire and watch her die. Last month, the troubled boy nearly made good on his apparent murderous impulses, shooting the first grade teacher, Abigail, a Rich Neck elementary school in Newport News, Virginia, officials have said. Now, Abigail and another Rich Neck teacher said they had shared their fears about the child's grave behavior with administrators, only to have their concerns downplayed and ignored. You know, there is an anger. Kids get angry. Doesn't matter the age, they get angry. But this seems to be off the Richter scale. What does a child at that age learn that language? I mean, to be quite honest with you, it kind of makes you wonder about what the parents are like, to be honest with you. I mean, where do you see this kind of stuff at 6 years old? at 6 years old, right? His family claimed the weapon was secured. Oh, so a 6-year-old could get if he was secured. Exactly. Exactly. That is the question, Texas. That is the question. How? Where does this boy come up with something like this? And it has to be either parents, games, or internet, or a combination, right? Has to be a combination. But this is the thing. Teachers don't get paid near enough to begin with. Not enough, never enough, ever get enough for what they do. You know what I mean? Because you have to think about it. Our kids are with the teacher the biggest part of the daytime, right? We're with our kids of the evenings and on weekends and stuff, but they're with them a large portion of the year. And these teachers they requested, something's wrong. They went to the administrators and said something is wrong. And guess what? They were ignored. And that is why we have a lot of these problems, is because they are not taken seriously. Oh, it's a 6-year-old. I mean, I get it. It's very unlikely for a 6-year-old to do this. But even if he doesn't, she doesn't, the kid doesn't do this, this kid still obviously is having some trouble. God knows what he sees at home. God knows. So they need help. Get the kids help right now. Like now. And it was ignored. And I think whoever ignored these repercussions, there needs to be repercussions. Whoever the administrators is that ignored these teachers, they need to sue them. She needs to sue them, in my opinion. These two teachers. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. It really means a lot. It really does. Thank you. So, it says their concerns were downplayed or ignored. I hope to God that is in writing somewhere, or some way that they can say, hello, we went to these guys and we were ignored. Because listen, teachers are ignored all the time. And they still do their job very well. Most of them, obviously. I had a 5th grader with extreme anger outbursts toward other students. Tried to recommend the school counselor. Parents said I was being racist and referring to a counselor. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a sign. It was like a little cartoon sign, and it said it was like 1960s, and it was this it was the parents with the student, or sorry, it was the parents with the teacher, and they were holding up a bad grade looking at the student, right? Like, why are you not making good grades or whatever? And then it's like 2000 whatever, 2020, we'll just say, and it's got the parent and the kid looking at the teacher saying, why did you give me this bad grade? And it's flipped around. It really has flipped around. And the thing is, is, of course, we need to be on our, we need to be on our kids' side. No one's saying that, but we can't make excuses for everything with our kids. I mean, we just can't. With if they're having a learning problem, let's fix it, or whatever their problem is. Let's fix it, or let's work on it. Let's manage it, right? And that's what you also have to be on the side of the teacher as well. But now it's just like, oh, well, this teacher does the, they don't get paid enough for all the BS. They should get a lot more money. So it's just crazy. So Abigail had asked for support with the boy and expressed concerns about his behavior. Teachers wrote in online messages to Newport News Superintendent George Parker III. Quote, she asked for help, one school staff member wrote in a chat. So, Superintendent George Parker III, she asked for help. Several times, another one added. Several times. And this is the thing. She's lucky. She's fortunate. She's lucky. She's alive. Thank God. And she still managed to get all of those kids out of the classroom being shot. Equally right. Yeah, the mother said the gun was secure. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. Listen, if a gun is secure, there is no possible way for that child to get it. Simple. If it is secure, there's no possible way for that kid to get it. Period. It's really that simple. I mean, that's just it. Yeah. Yeah, I think the parents are lying too, in my opinion. The child was known for throwing furniture and other objects in the classroom. Once wrote a note to a teacher in which he told he hated her, wanted to set her on fire, and to kill her. The teachers union told the Washington Post when she brought the disturbing letter to school administrators, they told her to drop it, according to the teacher. They told her to drop it. Oh, it's so easy for them, because I don't know about you. I don't know if you know about this, but superintendents, they get paid mega bucks. Mega, 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 mega of your tax dollars. Mega bucks. Lots of money. I mean, we're not talking 100,000, like at least usually 250,000, easy. Easy. And most get paid a lot more than that. At least ours do. So it's easy for them to say, just drop it. They don't got to deal with the kids all day. They just sit there, make the decisions, right? Go around, check on school every once in a while. Just drop it. It's just nothing. There had to be a consequence for that, even at 6. And the consequence needed to be the kid needed to get help. Needed to get help. It's unclear when the threat was made, the outlet noted. Another time, the student managed to block a teacher and the other students from leaving their classrooms by barricading the doors. So this kid blocked a teacher and other students from leaving the classroom by barricading the doors. This is really bad, guys. Like I mean it's scary. This kid doesn't even really have, he hasn't went through puberty yet. He hasn't even have his testosterone levels, raise. That's why there's more men serial killers than there is women. It's testosterone, frankly. He's 6. They were only freed after a teacher banged on the door and a colleague across the hall managed to get it open. Abigail, their teacher, she's 25 years old, was shot in the chest January 6th while teaching her first grade class. She sent her students out of the classroom before collapsing and being rushed to the hospital. These are love hearts and stuff for the teacher. That's wonderful, Nosy. Authorities said there was no warning or struggle before the boy aimed the 9mm Taurus handgun and opened fire on his teacher. Parker revealed that at least one school official had been alerted that the boy may have brought a weapon to school hours before the shooting, but none was found after searching his backpack. Now, the shooting is being investigated as intentional. Now, that's the interesting thing. Parker revealed that at least one school official had been alerted that the boy may have brought a weapon to school hours before the shooting, but none was found after searching his backpack. Now, where did he keep it then? Where did he keep it the entire time? Did you keep it in your backpack? Was it in his cubby? What do you mean they don't have it? In his pants? So a 6-year-old. Hold on. I want to see what that looks like. So a 6-year-old kept that thing in his pants, in his waistband. Lord have mercy. That's insane. That is insane that a kid would know something like that. Maybe put it in his desk. I mean, when you're 6 years old, do you have a desk? I don't know. That's nuts. Just nuts. Okay. So, I'm trying to pull up something so I can show you guys. So we are looking for a mascot here on this channel, and we are taking suggestions. Some options that are on the phone that is still available are dragon. We can do crime dragons or crime slayers, right? We can do something like that. Or we can do, that wasn't it. We can do the monkey. We can call ourselves crime monkeys or crime mates. Like instead of primates, crime mates. Get it? I'm taking suggestions too. And this is me on a Monday morning. This was me this morning. This is an actual picture of me this morning. Actual picture of me this morning. We can be cheetahs, crime cheetahs or something. I just made these up real quick. The cheetah. We can become crime stars. Something, or something. We'll figure your name out. Or we can become solar kitties or moon kitties. I don't know. Something. So I'm going to do we're going to do a poll here. I think I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to try to do a poll at least and see which one y'all like the most. Let me find it. Okay. Okay. Just takes me a second to do this poll. One moment, please. Okay. All right. Start a poll. Okay. Oh, I like that too, Fun says. And what was the first one? Dragon. Dragon. The second one was monkey. And the third one was cheetah. Okay. And the so I can only add 4 answers, so I put 2 on the last. All right. That poll should be up. So I'm gonna let y'all look at that. I'm watching the poll. Boy, it's a tight one. Wow. Come on, vote. Just go with the one you like. Not what, like everyone else says. Go with the one you like. We got 102 votes, and we got 400 in here. Come on, let's get to at least 200 votes. The monkey and the dragon are the top two right now. Okay, 116 votes, 118, 122. It's going up. We started a minute ago. Are you in myself and Kelly's corner? Don't do it, Justin. Purple dragon and scales of justice. Oh, purple dragon. Well, dragons have scales, right? It's dumb and immature, kind of like you, for putting that in there. Must suck. It must suck to be like that. Pearls. Okay. Scales of justice is perfect. Or do dragon around for justice. You guys are so funny. Justice in the jury and whatever mascot fits in. Justin's Justice Jaguars. I like that. Not monkeys because it represents too many children. It could, yeah. There's a lot of scales of justice on YouTube. A lot. But it's primarily a universal symbol. Yeah. Voucher, I do. Justin's Jag. Okay. Very good. Well, I'm going to let this poll run for a little bit. I'm going to let it run. 3 dot. We can still use it. We can still use it. Just relax. Just relax. Hey, Grandma Rose. Good to see you, honey. Yours is losing. Oh no, that's a cougar. 50. That's a cougar. We're old cougars over here. Yeah, 3 Dot needs to phone a friend. That's funny. Okay, well, we'll let it run for a little bit. People are so territorial and weird sometimes. Yeah, they are. You're funny. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for the memberships and everything. I appreciate you. Please hit the thumbs up. I can't with the monkeys because it makes me think of Michael and Quentin. Yeah. A lot of people call their kids monkey though. Like, they'll call them chunky monkeys and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it, my dear. I like the Jaguars too. Justin started digging dragons. That's funny. Or can you do a star and say points of justice? Ooh, I like that. Y'all are very creative. Very creative. That's awesome. And kids climb on everything. Boy, that's the truth. That's the truth, Camille. I want you to I'm going to give it thought. Trust me. Hold on. What was that one? Cats, rats, Justin. That's funny. Gems for justice. I like that. Sofa, sloth, sleuths. That's a tongue tire. That's funny. Not mittens. No. Cat is from hell. The cat is from hell. I'm not even joking. All right, guys. I love you all. I appreciate it. Leave up your poll for 3 Dot Dave so he doesn't feel rushed. Y'all are so funny. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate it. Please hit that thumbs up button and vote if you haven't already. All right. Hey, I like Mittens. I like Mittens. I like your name too, but I'm talking about my kitty Mittens. He is Satan. Crime cats, yeah. Succulents. All right, guys. Love you all. I'll see you on the next one. Good night.